Main paper 2 lah. Who's here? Okay, so the first one, partial fraction. Important thing, write your identity correctly. So, first thing, check whether you need to do long division or not. Okay, so the numerator degree 1, the denominator is degree 3, so you don't have to use do long division. So this one, based on the 1 plus 2x, the a will appear. Then because the denominator is 2 plus x square, b over 2 plus x will appear. C over 2 plus x square will appear. Okay, after that, we just compare the numerator. So this is equals to a times, make the denominator the same lah. So we need to multiply by 2 plus x square. Then the b, 1 plus 2x and 2 plus x. And for the c, 1 plus 2x. Okay, so now what we need to do is to find your ABC. So we let x be -2. So this will be -3. This will be 0. The b will also disappear. You left with -3c. So c equals to 1. Next, you can let x be -half. So this will give me 9. Put -half into here will be 9 over 4a. -half into these two, your b and c will disappear. So a is just equals to 4. Finally, you can put any number in because you already found two unknowns. So typically just let x be 0, easy number. So 13. A is 4. When you put 0 into 2 plus x is 2, then you square it, another 4. B will be 1 and 2. Then this will be C, which is 1. So 13 equals 16 plus 2b plus 1. So 2b equals to -4. So b equals to -2. Okay, so therefore, remember to conclude 8x plus 13 equals to 4 over 1 plus 2x minus 2 over 2 plus x plus 1 over 2 plus x squared. Okay. Okay, this is a very routine questions. How do you check whether you are correct? Just choose a x value, put inside the x value, then put the same x value into here. Make sure you get the same numerical number. So please do go and check your answers for this kind of question. Sure, get correct one. Then you will get your 5 marks already. Oh. If it's wrong, then you check lah what is wrong. Okay, next. Show that x equals to 1 is a solution to this. So what you do is you write this down. So what do you do? Let x be 1. So it's equals to 1 cube plus 1 square minus 3 times 1 minus 3. Oh, sorry, it's -1. So this is -1 plus 1 plus 3 minus 3, which is equals to 0. So therefore, x equals to -1 is a solution. Okay, hence completely factorize this. So there are two ways. One is to use long division. So the other way is to use compare coefficient. So I think the more general method is to actually do long division. So this is x plus 1. So you subtract, this becomes 0, bring down the -3 minus 3. Okay, so This is equals to x plus 1 times x squared minus 3. Okay, the question did not ask you to solve. So when you want to solve this, you want to factorize this, you should not be using quadratic formula or other methods, because you're not trying to solve. They never ask you to solve. They never say equals to 0. So what do we do? This is actually just your a squared minus b squared. So it's just a plus square root 3, a minus square root 3. The question also have give you clues such that they are using certs where necessary. Okay, so instead of writing 3, now it becomes square root 3 and minus square root 3. So that's all. Okay, so never equals 0. You are not supposed to solve for x. The question specifically said factorize this, not solve that. Okay, next. Given that this, show that dy dx is this. So to differentiate this, we apply quotient rule. So to differentiate 2x is 2. Copy this down. Minus is a minus. Copy the numerator. Differentiate the denominator. Power bring down. Power minus 1. Differentiate inside. Okay, and then you square the denominator. It becomes 3x plus 1. Okay, what do we do next? We simplify the back part first. That will give me minus 3x. Okay, after that, what do we do? We factorize the smaller power, which is 3x plus 1 to the power of negative half. Okay, when we factorize this, this will become 2 bracket 3x plus 1. Okay, remember, you will just subtract the power. For example, if you have x squared, x cubed, then if I factorize x, I will know this is x squared. So basically, I take 3 minus 1, I get 2. So over here, what do? We take half minus half. That's why we get 1. Okay. Okay, so then this one will just be minus 3x. Okay, we bring the negative half down, it will become power 3 over 2. Then on top, when we simplify, this will be 6x plus 2 minus 3x. Please remember to write a bit more steps, because the question is a show question. So you must give your teacher the idea that you know what you are doing. You are not just trying to bluff your way through. Okay, that's it. Okay, next. For this kind of integration question, we always use the previous part. If I differentiate this, I get this. When I integrate this, I will get back this. So that's how I start. So we write by. We don't even copy down the question, okay? We just copy down the previous part. So this plus this over 3x plus 1 to the power of 3 over 2 equals to 2x over 3x plus 1 power half with the 8/5. Okay, so what you can do, we break this up. Okay, why we break this up? Because I want the 3x over this. Okay, this one you can sub the value in. So 16 over square root 25, so it's 5. Minus away 10 over square root 16, 4. Okay, so you can see that we want this part. So if I want this part, what do I do to the other part? I will bring it to the other side. Okay, calculate this. This should give you, this is 2.5, 3.2, 0.7. So this should be 7 over 10. You subtract away this. Okay, we bring this over. Then it will become subtract. And this is actually 2 bracket 3x plus 1 to the power of negative 3 over 2. Okay, and then what do we have? How to integrate this? To integrate this is actually power increase by 1. So it become negative half. Divide by your new power. Divide by the differentiation of the inside. Okay, and this will give me 7/10 plus 4/3. 3x plus 1 to the power of negative half. 85. So put in the value. So put in 8 is 1/5 minus 4/3. Put in 5 is 1/4. Plus 4/15 minus 1/3. This should give me 9. This is 21/30 minus 8/30 minus 10/30 plus. This will be 19/30. Okay, so a common mistake is this part of the integration you all do wrongly. Okay, so this part integration do wrongly. If this part integration do correctly, shouldn't be a problem. Okay, next question. The equation is this: find the set of value for which the curve lie below this. So this lie below this basically means this has a value of less than negative 13. Okay. So to solve your quadratic inequality, always make your x squared positive. So I bring it to the other side. Okay, if you're not comfortable seeing like that, shift it here. Okay, so you can see this is at the bigger mouth, so it must still be at the bigger mouth. Then to solve this, you need to factorize and draw graph. Okay, remember to see your final step. Don't go and see your starting. Go and see your final step. Your final step is positive x squared. So when you draw your graph, you also draw smiling face. Okay, so they want it to be more than 0 here and here. Okay, therefore your x is less than negative 1 or x is more than 3. Okay, next question. The line y equals to this are tangent to the thing. So when you see there's an additional unknown appearing, very high chance is discriminant. Remember that. If you see a quadratic, then after that you see a equation with one more unknown, then it will be discriminant. Let's say your original graph is not quadratic. Let's say if this is power 3, power 4, then the chance of you using discriminant is nothing, cannot be used discriminant. Discriminant is only for quadratic. So if this is power 3, power 4, then when they talk about tangent, you will have to think of your differentiation. Okay, but this time round, I don't think of differentiation is because this is a quadratic, so I will use discriminant instead. So before I can use discriminant, I have to find where this line and the curve will intersect first. So how do I find where they intersect? To find where they intersect, we solve simultaneous equation. Okay. And then have the habit of making your x squared positive. minus 4x plus kx plus 8 equals 0. Okay, so now when I want to find how many intersection they have, I know that they only intersect once. So when we solve this, we expect one answer only. And for it to have one answer, our b square minus 4ac must be equals to 0. So our b is k minus 4 square. My a is 2, my c is 8. So you can expand k square minus 8k plus 16 minus 64 equals to 0. Minus 48. Factorize. So k equals to 12 minus 4, or k equals to 12. Okay, you can see today if you want to find h, you will also write this down. Then you will write the whole chunk of stuff the same thing, just that what you have is h. So your working will be very identical, will be the same, not just identical, will be the same as this. And in the end, you will get h is equals to negative 4 or k, or h is 12. So what does this tells you? This tells you that actually the negative 4 and 12, one of them is h, one of them is k. But does it really matter which is h, which is k? Doesn't matter, because the question never say which is bigger, which is smaller. Okay, so you don't have to redo all these steps. So we can just finally conclude that therefore k is minus 4 and then h is equals to 12. Okay, so doesn't matter which one you choose. Okay, the next one, the two tangent intersect at this. So this is like my curve. Then this is my first tangent. Then this is like my second tangent. Okay, then this is the point where they cut. So this is like my y equals to negative 4x plus 1. This is my y equals to 12x plus 1. So yeah lor, so you need to find a, b, c. So this point is point c, 0, 1. Then you have to find the 2 point of intersection, which is a and b. So this cuts at a. So this is a, this is b. Okay, to find a and b, we actually need to solve simultaneous equation, or you can do differentiation also lah, since you know the gradient already. I think differentiation will be easier. So you have y equals to negative 2x squared plus 4x minus 7. So I do dy dx to find the gradient, minus 4x plus 4. So we can see that, oh, this line, the gradient is actually minus 4. So now I go and find my x. So when dy dx equals to minus 4, minus 4 equals to minus 4x plus 4. 4x equals to 8, x equals to 2. So this tells me that, oh, the x coordinate at A is actually 2. Now I need to find the y. I put it inside the equation. So y equals to negative 8 plus 1. I will get negative 7. So this tells me A is actually this. Okay, to find B, I will let my dy dx be 12. So 12 equals to minus 4x plus 4. So 4x equals to minus 8. X equals to minus 2. So this is minus 2. So when x is minus 2, y is just minus 24 plus 1, negative 23. So this is negative 23. Okay, to solve this, you can use your half time base times height, but if you are lazy or you don't want to draw the diagram, you just use your shoelace method. Okay, half 0, 1, negative 2, negative 23, 2, negative 7, 0, 1. Okay, so 0, 14, minus 2, minus 2, minus 46. This is 12 plus 48. Correct me. 14 plus 2, 16. Half times 64. So 32 units square. Okay, instead of finding dy dx, you can actually solve simultaneous equation to find a and b. That will, I is about the same, not that much difference. Huh? So I just show another approach, which is using dy dx. So this question proved to be a bit more challenging compared to the rest of the question. Okay, next. Okay, for 5A, you have to draw your lines nicely because it's a show question. So what happened is a lot of you draw your line like that, then it's wrong already. Okay? If you draw your line like that, it's wrong. A draw like that is correct. How did some of you draw? Or you draw all the way here. Okay, so you draw until here. Then this is wrong. Okay? Because if you draw here, then you cannot find this height already. So how should the lines be drawn? It should be drawn like that. There should be a horizontal line here, then this line come down. Okay, so basically this length, I can call it as x, and this length, I call it as, no, not this length, sorry, this length. This length here, I call it as y. Okay, so let's plug in the theta lah. So if this is theta, this will be 90 minus theta. Then, wait, this part is 90 minus theta. Wait, cannot, then use alternate angle. So if you use alternate angle, this is the alternate angle. Okay, we will know that this small part is actually theta. This small part here is actually theta. So this part here, this blue part will be 90 minus theta. And then this part will be theta again. Okay, so please indicate in your diagram your teacher need to see that. So to find y, we will say sine theta equals to opposite over 12. So y equals to 12 sine theta. Then the other one will be x. So cosine theta equals to x over 7. So x equals to 7 cosine theta. So the height is just basically 12 sine theta plus 7 cos theta plus 5. Okay, next we need to form this R formula. So we know R is actually equals to square root 12 square plus 7 square. 144 plus 49, 193. To find alpha, alpha is actually equals to tangent inverse 7 over 12. So what is tangent inverse 7 over 12? Remember to check whether it's the degree or radian. Is degree. It will be 30.2564. Okay, therefore, to write back, we say h is equals to square root 193 sine theta plus. Okay, this one you round to 3 significant figure because this is an answer. Then this dx is actually this 5. Okay, this part quite well done actually. So find the theta when the height is 15. So just put 15 into the h. 15 equals to square root 193 sine theta plus. Do not use 30.3 here. This is a working, so we have to use more significant figures. Plus 5. Okay, so to solve this, what do? We subtract the 5 over first. Then after that, we divide by 193. Square root 193. Okay, what we do now, we do sine inverse. Okay, so by right, we need to do basic angle lah, but very, very rare in our formula, we have more than one answers. Okay, so sine inverse this over this. Okay, so theta is equals to this minus away 30.2564. Okay, if you want to play safe, this is actually also your second quadrant, which is 180 minus 46.03927, which is equals to 133.96. Okay, then when you subtract away 30.256437, you will get 103.7. You realize that we cannot have theta more than 90 degree because we have already used Stochasol there. So this part is rejected lah. Okay, but if you never do this part, it's okay one. It's not needed. Okay. So our formula, on rare occasion we have two answers. So 80 to 90% of the time we have one answer only. Okay, next. Find the term in the expansion of this. So if you don't know, then just expand because it's only power 6. That means there's only 7 term. But we should use general term actually. So general term equals to 6r 2x to the power of r negative 1 over x. Oh, sorry, 6 minus r. Or r. Okay, now we need to separate the x and the number. So this is 2 to the power 6 minus r, x to the power 6 minus r. Okay, a lot of you thinks that this negative is not important, but this negative 1 is very important. Because this negative 1, when r is even, the whole thing is positive. When r is odd, the whole thing is actually negative. So this negative 1 affects a lot of things. Okay, so now what we do, we throw the number to one side. This is also a number. Then we combine the x together. So before I can combine the x, this one 1 over x need to change to x to the power negative r. Okay, this will give me x to the power 6 minus 2r. So now I want to find x power negative 2. So when x 6 minus 2r equals to x power negative 2, 6 minus 2r equals to negative 2, 2r equals to 8, r equals to 4. Okay, so the x 1 over x squared term will be, okay, you must take note, they're asking for the 1 over x squared term, not just the coefficient. So you have to write down everything, including the x. Yeah, negative 2. So this will give me 60 over x squared. Okay, you must write down the x because we are not asking for a coefficient, so you cannot just write 60 as your answer. Okay, to find the 1 over x4, we just let this be equals to x power negative 4. So 2r equals to 10, r is actually equals to 5. Okay, so the 1 over x4 term, okay, this is just negative 12 over x4. Okay, next, given that the coefficient of 1 over x cubed is this, using your answer in part 1, solve this. So you must see that this is actually x power negative 3. This is actually x power 1. This is actually x power negative 1. So for me to get x power negative 3, this x power 1 must times negative 4. And my x power negative 1 must times x power negative 2, which is what we have found in the previous part. So this times this. So instead of writing all the 7 term in this power x expansion, I just need to write the those that are in the previous part, which is 60 over x squared minus 12 over x4. The rest just throw into the dot 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 lah. So now you want to find the coefficient of 1 over x cubed. So I will take this times this. I will get 1 over x cubed. I take this times this. I will get 1 over x cubed. So negative 12 times 1 plus 60 times b. This will actually give me 108. So bring the 12 over. I get 120. 108 plus 12. Then you divide. You know that b is actually equals to 2. So normally this kind of question, you expect the B to be a nice answer. Why? Because there's next part that require you to use the B. Unless they don't require you. If they require you, it must be a nice number. Otherwise, it's very difficult for you to continue the next part. Okay? Okay, so let's take a look at this. So this is x plus 2 over b, 2 over x times this. Now you want to find the x power 5. So for me to have x power negative 5, this is x power 1, must multiply by x power negative 6. And this x power negative 1 must times my x power negative 4. Okay, you already have your x power negative 4 in the expansion already, which is our negative 12 over x4. Now I need the x power negative 6. How to see the x power negative 6? It is actually this term. Okay, your final term, which is 1 over x to the power of 6. So it's plus 1x power 6 plus dot 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 dot. So you can write down coefficient of 1 over x5 is equals to the power 6 times this. So it's actually 1 times 1. Then next, the power negative 5 is actually this plus 2 times negative 12. So it will give us negative 23. Okay, next. The equation of circle is this, where k is 9, explain y is a tangent. Okay, so a lot of you explain using English, the radius. So to make it easy, today if the circle touches the x-axis, means that the y value is 0. So we just let y be 0. Okay, 3 square is just 9. Then you get x plus 4 square equals to 0. So this tells us x equals to minus 4. So you can see there's only one answer. So you say, since when y equals to 0, or you can say since it cuts x-axis only once, x-axis is a tangent to the circle. Okay, you all use a lot of English to explain, oh, my radius is this, my y coordinate is this, so it will tangent to it. This is the more mathematical approach to the question. We just try to solve and show that there's only one answer. Okay, if the circle passes through the origin, determine the value of k. So if the circle passes through the origin, that means x is 0, y is 0. So this square plus y minus 3 squared equals to... This is quite well done, this question. So 4 square is 16, 3 square is 9. So k is just equals to 25. Okay, next, given that OP is the diameter of the circle, find the coordinate. Okay, so this is your circle. Nope, that's an oval. Okay, we have a circle. We know that it passes through the origin. We know the center. The center coordinate is negative 4, 3. Oh, I draw wrong side. Actually, it doesn't really matter lah. But just to make it more accurate, should draw the circle first. So, given that OP is the diameter, that means this is the diameter. This is my P. Find the coordinate at which the L1 tangent to the meet the y-axis. What is L1? Using the value of K found in part B. So B is 25. Find the coordinate of the... So what I want to find is to find this tangent. Okay, I need to find this tangent. Okay, so to find this tangent, what I need the gradient and a point. So first I can find gradient of OP, which is y2. I use the origin and the middle, y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So the gradient is negative 3/4. So the gradient of tangent is actually 4/3. Next, we need a point. Since we know OP is the diameter, then we know these two is equal. So I let P be xy. So we know x plus 0 divided by 2 equal to negative 4, 3. So x over 2 equals to negative 4, x equals to negative 8. Y over 2 equals to 3, y equals to 6. So this point P I know is negative x comma 6. Okay, so now I have the gradient, I have the point. I can easily find the coordinate at which they will touch. So we got these two, we can find the equation of the green line already. So equation of tangent y equals to mx plus c equals to 6 plus 32 over 3, which is 50 over 3. Okay, so therefore the equation is just y equals to 4 over 3 x plus 50 over 3. Okay, next question. Given that another line 2 does not intersect L1 and the circle write down the possible thing. So let's bring this down. Okay, so if they don't intersect the circle, then we know that these lines are better parallel to the circle, better parallel to the green line. So you can see this green line is just y equals to mx plus 0. Okay, this coordinate here, did I write down the coordinate? No, sorry. For the previous part, they asked the coordinate where it meet the y-axis. So when the meet the y-axis means y-intercept lah. So the coordinate is just 0, 50 over 3. Okay, so from this, we know this point is actually 0, 50 over 3. So if your line does not cut the circle and parallel, so you can see it's actually all these lines. all the blue color lines. Okay, they are parallel to the green color line, so they will have the same M value. So the only difference is the value of the B. This cuts at 0, this cuts at 50/3. So you can see if I don't want the blue line to cut the circle, then my B must be less than 0, or my B must be more than 50/3. Okay, if you have time, then you sketch the diagram to see. If you don't have time, then just move on. Okay, next. The acceleration of a particle is this, show that the particle first come to rest. Rest means the V is 0. So we need to integrate my A in order to get my V. So V is actually integrate this. So how to integrate E? Just divide by the differentiated power. Remember to write down the plus C. Simplify this. Okay, based on the question, the velocity as it passes O is this. That means when t equals to 0, V is actually equals to -9. So -9 equals to 1 minus 10 plus C. C is actually 0. Okay, therefore the velocity equation is just e to the power negative 0.5 t minus 10 e negative t. Okay, now what the question was, I show that the particle first come to rest this. So when B is 0, okay, many of you will use ln. This is incorrect because when you ln one side, you have to ln the other entire side. You cannot ln term by term. Okay, and when you reach this stage, you are stuck because don't have any law of logarithm settle this minus for you. So whenever you have a minus and plus, try not to think of ln. Okay, we rewrite this. This is actually change to positive power 0.5 t, and this is actually 10 over e to the power of t. I can let e to the power 0.5 t be equals to x. And you can see this is just 1 over x, and this is just 10 over x squared. Multiply by x squared throughout. We have this. So x equals to 10. So e to the power of negative 0. Sorry, this is equals to 10. Now, then you ln both sides to bring the 0.5 t down. So this is just 0.5 t equals to ln 10. Multiply 2 on both sides, t equals to 2 ln 10, which equals to 2, which is equals to ln 10 square, which is equals to ln 100. Okay, please show more steps because the question already asks you to show that it comes to rest. So the answer is there, just do more steps. Okay? Find the distance of the particle from O when it first come to rest. So distance from O when it first come to rest, that means I want to find the S when the velocity is 0, when the time is actually ln 100. So to find my S, I have to integrate my V. So S equals to integrate. Okay, so integrate this, what do we have? We will have this is negative 2e plus. Okay, then we read the question. T is the leaving a fixed point. Also, T is the time when it leaves the fixed point. Oh, that means at O, the T is actually 0. So when S equals to 0, T equals to 0. So 0 equals to -2 plus 10 plus C. So C equals to -8. So therefore, S equals to, okay, so this is the S. So they want to find when it first come to rest, that means when T equals to ln 100. S equals to -2e -0.5 ln 100 plus 10e -ln 100 minus 8. Okay, what do you need to do here? Simply just press your calculator. Don't need to do any working. Very 容易 somewhere. Oh, very 容易. Okay, I get -8.1. So please take note, the question asks for distance. So you don't just write this. So you say therefore distance is 8.1 meter. Okay, next. Show that the particle will only pass O only once. So pass O basically just means S equals to 0. So once means actually one answer only. Okay, so you see the math and the calculation must tally one. If you got two answers means you have two, it will go back to O 2 times. That's all. So when S is 0, we will have 0 equals to -2e -0.5t plus 10e -t minus 8. Again, when you see you have plus and minus, please do not log just because the e is there, because got plus minus. So over here we do substitution again. Let e to the power 0.5t be equals to x. So this is just -2/x plus 10/x square minus 8 times x squared throughout. Make the x squared positive. Divide by 2. Now we can factorize. So you expect one of your answer, right, to be 0 lah, because that is where you are actually at the point. So this is actually e to the power 0.5t equals -5/4. This is actually as 0.5t equals to 1. So there's no solution for this because e to the power 0.5t is always a positive number. Over here, this is actually just 0.5t equals to ln 1, which is just 0. So t equals to 0. Okay, since there is only one solution of t when s equals to 0, the particle passes O once only. Okay, next part. The table shows experimental value of two variables x and y is known that x and y are related by equation formed by this. One value of y is believed to be inaccurate. So draw a line, this against this. So what you need to do, draw your table. This difficulty, give you space, please draw at the space given. Xy plus x square. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is 9.1. This is 14.2. This is 22.1. This is 1623.9. This is 25. This is 29. Okay. So we have to plot this. Remember, you have to use more than half the thing. So start here and start here. Okay, this is my x. Remember to label your axis clearly. This is the y plus x square. This is my 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, then how do I put my x? My y smallest is 9.1. My largest is 29. So 9, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28. Just nice. Okay. So 1, 9.1. 1, 9.1 is about here. Next, 2, 14.2. 3, 22.1. 4, 23.9. 5, 29. Okay, use a ruler. Okay, I'm trying to adjust my ruler. So use a ruler, join. Okay. So now I want to find my A and B. I have to rearrange my equation first. I need to make it y plus x square. So I just bring the x square over. Equals ax plus b. So this is the form. So a is straight away the gradient, and then b is the y-intercept. Okay, so we find a first. So just choose 2 points that is nice on the graph. So maybe I take this point. This is 1.6, 1.55, comma 12. Nice point, nice point. This point not bad. This is what? 3.5 and 21.6. Okay, so I use these 2 points to calculate my gradient. So A equals to 21.6 and 3.5. 21.6, 3.5, 12, and 1.55. 21.6 minus 12 divided by, you get 4.92. Okay, to find the B, what do? We just sub in the points. Since we cannot read the y-intercept from the graph, then we just sub in the points. So I sub in these 2 points. Okay, so my y is 21.6, my a is 4.923, then 0, then my x is 3.5 plus b. So b is equals to 21.6 minus away 4.923 times 3.5. You will get 4.37. Okay, round it off to 3 significant figures. Okay, of course, there's a room of error that they allow lah. Okay, next part. Determine which value of y is incorrect. So this value of y is incorrect. This value of y is incorrect. This is the first, second, third point. So the third point that is missing, that means y is 13.1 is incorrect. Determine the correct value of y. So we can see that the correct value of y plus x squared is actually equals to, this is 18, 19, around 19.1. Okay, it's about 19.1. So y plus x squared equals to 19.1 is the correct one. And we know that x is actually 3. So this is 9. So my y is actually equals to 10.1. Okay, on the last part, draw the line representing this. So what we need to do, we have to actually shift it into the correct form first. That means y plus x squared equals to something. So when I shift the x squared there, basically I'm just drawing the graph y plus x squared equals to 10, which is just a horizontal line at 10. That looks like that. So this is my y plus x squared equals to 10. Then the question asked me to solve this. Okay, this must be related to the previous part lah. Otherwise, they won't ask you to solve this. But how do you rearrange so that we can reaffirm ourselves is from the previous part? So I times bx throughout. So you can see, once I carry this over, this actually comes from my graph just now. This actually comes from my new line that I draw. So basically, to solve this part is actually solve the simultaneous equation of the lines that we draw, which is here 1.2, 1.15. Yeah. So from the graph, x is actually equals to 1.15. Okay, now final question. The diagram shows this. The point M is minimum point. Show that the shaded region is this. So to find the shaded region, I need to know this coordinate. Okay, you will not be able to see that the maximum minimum is just 4 or minus 4 because there's an x here. Okay, so the only way for me to find the maximum minimum is to actually use differentiation. So dy dx is equals to 4. Differentiate this is what? Negative sine x over 2 times half. Okay, plus 1. So this is negative 2 sine x over 2 plus 1. So to find maximum minimum is when dy dx equals to 0. Bring the thing over, we get half. Then we need to solve using basic angle equals to sine inverse half. Remember, when differentiation and trigo is involved, everything is in radian. Okay, And because the question wants us to live in exact form, so you better live in exact form. Okay, so basic angle, which quadrant? First and second quadrant. So my x over 2 will be equals to first quadrant, pi over 6. Second quadrant will be pi minus pi over 6. So x over 2 equals to pi over 6 or 5 pi over 6. We do not need more answers. So you must see the graph. Maybe we need more answers, but in this case, we don't need. So from here, we can see that this x coordinate is actually the pi over 3. The x coordinate here is actually 5 pi over 3. Okay, with this information, actually, we can do our integration and find the area already. Okay, so to find the area is actually the integration of the curve minus away the triangle. But to find triangle, we need to know the height. So we try to find the height of the thing first, which is just your y coordinate. So when x is equals to 5 pi over 3, my y is equals to 4 cos 5 pi over 6 plus 5 pi over 3. What is cosine 5 pi over 3? Negative square root 3 over 2. That will give me negative 2 square root 3 plus 5 pi over 3. Okay, so now to find the shaded region, I will integrate from 0 to 5 pi over 3 from minus away the triangle, half time base times height. Okay, so to integrate this is just change to sine, then divide by the angle. This is x squared over 2. Then this one is just expand. What do we have? Slowly expand. This is 5 pi over 6. Okay, so this is actually 8 sine x over 2. This is plus 5 pi over 3 square root 3 minus 25 pi square over 18. Okay, now we put it in. This is 8 sine 5 pi over 6 plus 25 pi square over 18. So these two can cancel with each other. This is just half. Do we get the answer? Yes, we get. So this is 4 plus 5 pi square root 3 over 3 unit square. Okay. If not, I will stop